I've noticed a little bit of a strange issue with how I speak with people more recently. When I'm in a conversation and a topic that I'm interested in comes up, I tend to repeat myself a lot. I'll reiterate the same, key points, key talking points about the issue over and over again. Sort of, I think, in a way, trying to get them to understand what my opinion is of that issue, whatever it may be about uh, electronics or headphones are electronics, or, tools in the construction trade or whatever I'm talking about. I try to make sure they fully understand what I'm talking about and what my opinion is because it really matters to me that they understand. And I've been trying to figure out just over the past few months where that's coming from, why I do that, because I didn't used to do that. I used to be a lot more gentle with my speech patterns and accept that maybe people aren't going to understand exactly what I think, and that's okay. Um, or it was okay until fairly recently when I sort of became, I don't know if it's manipulative, but sort of like controlling of the conversation in such a way where I feel it necessary that the other person totally understands what I'm saying. That's a problem. I don't like that in myself at all. And I'm trying to figure out a way to fix it. And I've been, or work on it, not necessarily fix it, but just work on it and get better at it. Um, and I've been sort of noticing small little patterns and trying to change them over time. But it's tough because I think these are long held, um, deeply hardwired patterns that I've built up over many years. What I have noticed, and the reason I'm making this video, is over the past few months, what I noticed is sort of a speech pattern in the media I consume on YouTube mainly. It there is sort of this repeating of key points to most YouTube videos, and I'm not exactly sure why it is, but I imagine partially it's to extend the runtime. And I think it's kind of funny that, I'm not sure if that's where I picked up on it first or if it's just a common way of speaking and that's why it's on YouTube, or if it's a YouTube specific way of speaking. I'm not totally sure, but I think it's sort of funny that that is how I speak with people I love, with my friends, with my family. Um, like as if I'm trying to extend the runtime of our conversation, and I think that's completely unnecessary. You should just enjoy the conversation and speak with the ones you love, listen to the ones you love, try to understand their opinions and their viewpoints of the world and their struggles and everything about them more than trying to force my viewpoints and my opinions and my struggles on them and make sure that they understand exactly why I feel that way and all the context around why I feel that way, or all of the context around what caused something to happen a certain way. Um, I don't think that's necessary. Uh, and I think it may be hurtful to the other people, to my relationships. I think it just puts an undue strain on the relationship. So I really want to try to work on that. But I was just sort of trying to figure out where it even comes from. And at first, I was like, this is kind of how people that I watch on YouTube speak, and sort of like um, my first instinct was like to try to push the blame on YouTube, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I think the problem is me, uh, or the patterns are mine. I built them, and I'm just noticing that other people who I watch on YouTube do a similar thing. Um, kind of chicken or the egg, what came first? I don't know, but I don't think it's fair to blame uh, creators and people I watch on YouTube. I don't think it's fair to blame them. It's not their fault. Even if that was the first place I saw it or picked up on it, I'm in complete control. So I don't know, but I do know that I need to at least try to get better at just accepting that not everyone is going to understand exactly how I feel or exactly what I've been through or whatever, and move past that. I think it's funny, I said earlier that I haven't always been that way. I didn't used to care if, if anyone really understood. I was okay. I was much more um, gentle and like I don't know, just much more willing to allow space and time in a conversation where people they don't need to understand. I used to be okay with that, but now for whatever reason at 32 years old I'm not, and I feel the need to control the conversation in such a way. I don't know why that is, but need to work on it. I'm going to do my best, and hopefully, as time goes on, I get better and people feel more comfortable speaking with me. So that's it. Have a good day.